Hi, I'm Mike. I guess you can call me Dad. But first, I'd like to catch you up on where all this began. Scotland, 1963. Gordon and Jane had a wee baby boy. Me, an only child. My parents were musicians, so it just so happened that I was also a natural-born musician. When I was 4, I remember this great photo of me holding a microphone and singing. Little did I know that that would be the first of many, many performances to come. I do talent shows at a place called Butlin's Holiday Camp in the United Kingdom. Actually in Ayrshire, where the great Sir Robbie Burns was born. Those were very, very fond memories. I would win every single time I did a talent show. I loved the cups, loved the fun, and loved the vacations. I was on TV round about 9 years old at a show called Opportunity Knocks, which was by a gentleman called Huey Green, kind of the American Idol of the 70s. I was runner-up, and I've never forgot that. It was so much fun. Music was definitely my passion. As a young boy, I would travel throughout Scotland singing songs from the late Sir Harry Lauder. And he would have a cane, a little crooked cane, and a hat, and he would sing all of his very, very famous songs. And as a young child, my parents groomed me to do that all over the place. In fact, there's a picture of me that I've remembered all my life of performing at the Queen's Hotel with that act, Sir Harry Lauder. From age 9, I would play drums in my mom and dad's dance band. The dance band was called the Michael Urquhart Sound. It was there I learned most things I learned in my musical career today. My mom and dad played in the band with me, but when most of my friends were at discos, remember discos? I was working every weekend playing in their band. However, those were the best times of my life. Working with my parents was the most incredible thing I've ever done. Their passion and their love for me encouraged me with my musical career. After school and college, I became a teacher, a principal teacher of music at an international high school through the day. Loved it, great. But in the evenings, I was fortunate enough to have my passion released from within me, which was conducting orchestras. I would conduct at His Majesty's Theatre in Scotland shows like Guys and Dolls, Grease, Damn Yankees, and the list goes on and on. And that was my passion. But the highlight of my career for me personally was in 1988 conducting at London's Royal Albert Hall with my own percussion ensemble, Aberdeen Percussion Ensemble, where we performed for BBC television school proms. That was the highlight for me. I have never forgot it, and I've never forgot everything that happened back then. I wrote the global piano curriculum, Magical Minutes Piano Adventures, which was a body of my lifetime's work. Something very special to me. In 1998, something amazing happened. Something that would change and reshape my life forever. And that something was
me! I'm Julia, the daughter, otherwise known as the cute one, the funny one, the adorable one. I'll stop there. Basically, it was fate that I became a musician. There was no way I was getting out of that one. Dad used to sing me the same song every night, play the piano, playing the drums, basically anything to get me hearing and feeling music. There's this one special memory that I have, and it's one of my first memories, and it was Dad was playing Dancing Queen by ABBA, and I just remember wiggling as hard as I could on the bed. My first concert was Hilary Duff when I was 7, and she was the first artist that I discovered by myself, and I instantly idolized her. Growing up, I traveled all around the country with my dad. It was part of his work that he traveled to different states, so he took us everywhere with him, going places like the White House, the Ram Stadium when they were in St. Louis, Branson, Missouri, Disney World, Florida, Chicago, New York for New Year's Eve, New Orleans, Little Rock, Arkansas, Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and the list goes on. Now being a young adult, I'm traveling the world with him, going places like Buckingham Palace, the Eiffel Tower, the Colosseum, St. Mark's Square, the Big Buddha, and many more. It's great. It's like always having a best friend to try new things and go new places with. Music has been the foundation of our relationship, our biggest thing in common. He taught me everything I know. When I was 9, my dad was working in Beaumont, Texas, and I used to sneak into the back room and grab the piano books and try to teach myself the piano. I soon found out that there were group piano lessons happening right next door, and I found myself sitting in and just falling in love with it. Soon, he built a music school, and I got to be a piano teacher for kids. We had an event called Open Mic Cafes where all of the students would come and play a couple songs, and we were in a family band. We would perform every time, and it was so much fun for me. It just pushed me more into wanting to be an artist. Similar to his childhood experience, I spent all of my weekends working at his music school instead of doing what my friends were doing, which at the time I would get frustrated at, and my friends didn't understand that I couldn't hang out, but little did I know he was building my future. I had the great experience to co-write, produce, and publish 3 kids group piano lesson books, as well as the scales and exercises for part of the global piano curriculum, Magical Minutes Piano Adventures. Everyone that was around me growing up didn't really understand the dream of being a musician. Oh, that's just a hobby, you'll never make it, get a real job. Nobody was really encouraging me to go after my dream. The one person who believed in me and who I was fascinated with was Dad. He has accomplished all of his goals in the industry, and I've always been so amazed with his drive to achieve them. He always taught me to never give up. So, after I graduated high school, we moved to our dream spot, Los Angeles, and I enrolled at Musicians Institute in Hollywood, California. I studied there for 1.5 years and then started working on my own career, which brings us to today.
Welcome to our story. Through timeless classics, we're going to weave you through our life story. And you get to decide if the music we perform for you are from legends or icons.
Through these songs, our stories, and our showcase, we hope that it'll bring back a special memory in your life. You may laugh, cry, dance, sing, all the emotions.
And remember, come see our showcase. Together we'll be okay.
And remember, Dad, no matter where you are,
or where you are,
together we'll be okay.